Hey everybody, welcome back to an episode of Pay Per Review.
Yep.
I am War Machine MJ. That's Rodimus Prime.
What up?
And there was no change at Survivor Series and WarGames weekend.
Yeah.
So nobody's called Dickie. So we're gonna backhand that. I'm sorry. We're gonna back pocket that bet later.
Yeah, and I'm not wearing my disguise.
Yeah. The mask is off. So. Yeah, you get to see his old, ugly face. Old, ugly face, Rod.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mask off. Fuck it, mask off.
We're here today to talk about NXT Takeover WarGames. I'm sorry, WarGames.
WarGames?
WarGames.
Oh my gosh.
WarGames.
WarGames. But I tell you what, WarGames was one for the ages. Not, like we keep reiterating time and time again, not a single bad takeover show. A lot of people really put last weekend up there along with some of the other takeover shows. And I tell you what, this card here from top to bottom, not a single disappointment.
Speaking of comparing it to the other takeover shows, given that this is the last takeover show of the week, of the year, of the week, what would you say was the best takeover show of this year?
That is a tough one. I'll say the one before WrestleMania. The night before WrestleMania was pretty good.
Oh, Takeover Nolans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, because that ladder match was killer.
Definitely Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The night before the Royal Rumble. Now that was amazing, especially Gargano and Almas.
Oh, yeah.
That was whoo. It's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of takeover shows, and I am in the minority where I could put that one up there, because again, not a single bad takeover show since they've done these takeovers.
I think it's really majority.
Yeah.
Because most people keep saying it's either Takeover Nolans or Takeover Philly.
Yeah. The one for SummerSlam weekend was pretty decent.
That's decent.
Yeah, but definitely Philly, New Orleans. This one, they did one for Money in the Bank weekend.
Yeah, it was Takeover Chicago 4, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. Anyway, but definitely, if I could rank them, I'd definitely put Philly at number 1.
Yeah, it's Takeover Chicago because it was supposed to be that triple threat, but wound up being Gargano, Ciampa.
Yeah, because Aleister Black got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like I said, another one for the ages. NXT Takeover WarGames was at the Staples Center. Survivor Series weekend was at the Staples Center. They were taking over LA, and man, I mean, where do we begin?
I mean, for such a small card, they really knew how to use itself efficiently.
Yep.
Even though some of these matches were short, they still worked at a breakneck pace.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it on that Gargano Black match? What's the time on it?
The time, 18 minutes, 10 seconds.
18 minutes, 10 seconds, but it felt like a whole half hour.
Yeah.
Because they made every moment count.
Yeah.
It wasn't rest hold here, rest hold there.
Yeah, when shin lock, we just sit there for 5 minutes, sit there for 35 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Sit there for a full hour, struggling.
Yeah. But, these matches really delivered, and it really each match told a different story, and we were captivated by what we were watching last weekend. So let's just jump right into the review.
We started off with Bro,
the king of bros, Matt Riddle donning his all yellow. I mean, being the Lakers wear purple and gold, so,
Yeah, it was also Game of Death inspired.
Yeah.
So it's more like Game of Bro.
Yeah, and the crowd just went crazy as soon as he came out there. He said, I'm not supposed to be on a takeover show, but anybody want to step in the ring with me, I'll knock you out, bro.
Well, going back to the pre-show, fucking Matt Riddle was on the panel in his three-piece suit and flip-flops.
Oh my God, him in flip-flops.
Kashi Sono came out, tried to start some beef. He got his ass verbally served by Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
And Matt Riddle basically challenged him to a fight. He said, I know we're supposed to do this next week, but meet me in the ring.
Yeah. Let's not do it next week. We'll do it right now.
And in his promo out there at the start of Takeover, he said, "We got 2 rings, and I intend to beat you in one of them."
Yeah. So basically, he was just like, "Catch me in the ring. How about that?" And Cassius Ohno came out there, started jaw-jacking with him, and he got knocked out just like that.
He accepted the match.
Yeah.
Right as the bell rang, Ohno rushed into a flying knee.
In 7 seconds. That's
KO.
it. I mean, he looked like $1 million out there. Cassius Ohno got knocked out, and he just stood out there like, what the fuck just happened?
No, he didn't stand out there. He tried to get back up. He even tried loading up elbow before he fell out.
Yeah. Again, this ended in 7 seconds. So, there you go.
Potentially the fastest match in TakeOver history.
Yes, yes. Let's move on to the next match, which was a 2 out of 3 falls match for the NXT Women's Championship. It is now the 2-time champion, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, taking on the former champion, the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane.
Now this was a fight.
Yes, this was a fight. These two have been going at it for about a year or so. Back and forth action between these two. Of course, Shayna Baszler had her crew out there. Mia Shafir and Roger Strong's wife.
Marina Shafir is Roderick Strong's big mom.
Okay.
Jessamine Duke.
Jessamine Duke, yeah.
And fucking Jessamine Duke. That kick she ate from Dakota Kai.
Oh my God.
She tasted that booze.
I saw that in slow motion, just ran and she just, I was just like, whoa, that kick it's even better in slow motion.
That kick was brutal, but it was met up by a beautiful Asai moonsault from Io Shirai.
Yeah, they came out to even the odds for Kairi Sane. Before that, Jessamine Duke and Mia Shafir came out to help their fellow four horsewoman
to tip the odds in Shayna Baszler's favor.
Right. Yeah. She got the first fall with the clutch. Then Kairi Sane got the second fall with the insane elbow. Still one of the best elbows in the game. But as he mentioned, the other two came out. It still wasn't enough because Shayna Baszler rolled up Kairi. I thought she was going to catch her and then put her in the choke.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But she rolled her up. She still is your NXT Women's Champion. She won 2-1. This match lasted 10 minutes, 55 seconds, 3 out of 5.
We can't say enough how great all 6 of these women are.
Yes.
Well, we haven't seen too much of Marina Shafir or Jessamine Duke. But regardless, they're in line for big things.
Yeah. Potentially a 6-woman match. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
The next match, and I keep also reiterating, the last 3 matches were definitely 5-star caliber, regardless of what Uncle Dave Meltzer says and anybody else says. We're going to start off with this first. Aleister Black bringing his black mass to LA, taking on Johnny Gargano.
Before we get into this match, let's talk about their attires. Johnny Gargano came out there with a Punisher-inspired gear. You know, he's rocking his symbol, but a variation of it.
Yes.
And Aleister Black looked like a real goddamn Dragon Slayer.
Those spikes on that vest were fire. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, he had spikes and what looked like dragonhide. It was amazing.
Yeah. Now that Punisher inspired vest, that's something I definitely wear. I know the spike vest, I definitely know you'd wear.
Fuck yes.
I mean, both guys just came out, their attires were lit as fuck. This match was also lit as fuck.
Yeah, like we said, this was what'd you say, 16 minutes?
18.
18. But it felt like half an hour because they're working at such a breakneck speed.
Yes, and just to give the backstory, Aleister Black was attacked 3 months ago or so?
I'd say a month or two.
About a month or two ago. Kayfabe-wise, he was attacked. He really got injured, so he had to take some time off. The question was, who attacked Aleister Black?
Who done it?
Who done it? Several suspects were in the fold. The Undisputed Era, Tommaso Ciampa,
Cassius Ohno,
Lars Sullivan, Velveteen Dream, pretty much half the roster, even some of the women.
But Nikki Cross, she knows.
She knew.
She knows. She knows. She knows. She knows.
And she knew that he was coming.
He's coming. He's here. He's here. He's here.
The way she said it was so sexual. But anyway, fast forward a few weeks later, Aleister Black comes out. He says, "Who did it? Well, he came back during Nikki Cross's match with Bianca Belair. He just sat down, and he was like,
and she whispered it in his ear, and he got really pissed that he hissed. He hissed like a fucking cat.
Yeah. And then a couple weeks later after that, he went at Regal like, "Who did it? Who did it?"
Well, no, like Regal was making his takeover announcement. Who's gonna face Tommaso Ciampa when Aleister Black came out there, scared off Tommaso Ciampa, scared off Velveteen Dream, did Lars Sullivan dirty, black masked him as he tried stepping in the ring.
Oh, let's not forget about that security guard who got whose face got blasted on the door.
Got blasted into the door. Anyway, he came up to Regal and he went, "Where is he? Where is he?" Then Johnny Wrestling came out of nowhere, kicked him in the face, said, "I'm right here."
Mic drop. That's how we got this set up. And this match, as you mentioned, was just balls to the wall, off the rip, just holy shit. Not enough words can describe this match. That one spot where he did that dive and got caught with the knee, though.
Got caught right on the chin.
I mean, right in the face.
This was so great. Of course, Johnny Gargano came out there just smug as shit.
Yeah.
He believed he was the hero of the story. He was high-fiving kids. He was just all smiles and shit.
Yeah, but before that, he did say that he has channeled his inner dark side, and he actually likes the dark side.
Yeah.
He actually sat at the spot where Aleister Black was laying, where he got laid out. And he said, "I'm going to lay you out again." But evidently, he didn't, because he got hit with 2 black masks.
Well, before we rewind to that, we're going to rewind that. There was a point where Johnny looked like he was closing out the match.
Yeah.
Where he was loading up for his half of Meet Me in the Middle.
Mm-hmm.
And so Aleister said, "Wait," picked himself up, sat cross-legged, and said, "Do it. Bring it." And so Johnny said, "All right." Undid the knee pad, undid his, his kick pad, his sock, and was getting ready to hit him with the knee.
Yeah.
Aleister Black countered that, tried to roll him up, back and forth, until the end where Aleister had knocked Johnny down, and Johnny was asking for a black mass. "Finish me, give me the black mass."
Yeah.
He hits him, and before Gargano falls, Aleister catches him.
Yeah.
He's got his head resting on his chest. Aleister picks him back up, sets him upright, says, "With this, I absolve you of your sins." Black mass, 1, 2, 3, blackout.
And pretty much it was game over after that. As we mentioned earlier, 18 minutes, 10 seconds, like this guy said, literally felt like 30 minutes. 18 minutes turned into 30, 35 minutes worth. And it was every bit worth it. And this match gets a 5 out of 5.
Now, I want to draw attention to the knee they tried to deliver. Could that be a sign that we might get a heel DIY?
It's a possibility, and you know what? I'd actually go with that.
Because I mean, they could NXT could book a more dangerous version of what main roster tried to do with Owens and Zayn.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're out with injuries, but these two as a heel DIY, I could see that in the future, and I think that would be off the rip incredible.
Yeah, call them SAS. Smug as shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of DIY, the next match was for the NXT Championship as Tommaso Ciampa took on, not the Velveteen Dream, but Hollywood Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream. I just looked at that. I was like, what the fuck are you...
We were live streaming it. I saw it. I was laughing my ass off, yelling, "Yes!" And these two happen to look up, and they're just like, "What the fuck?"
You know what? That was cool. Because he's channeled his inner Hulk Hogan before. He's channeled his inner Rick Rude.
Rick Rude, yeah.
I mean, Velveteen Dream has made me personally into a fan. Looking back on it, I thought the gimmick was fucking stupid, and like I told War Machine in mainstream, if it was anybody else in NXT or the main roster that tried to do this gimmick, instant fail.
Instant.
But this guy, Patrick Clark, he's really got this gimmick down pat, and it is one of the best gimmicks in professional wrestling. Whether you like the guy or not, you gotta give him credit.
Yeah.
He's got the crowd in the palm of his hand.
And Dream is always over.
Yes, it is definitely over. And like I was telling these guys, he ought to start his own faction called the DWO, the Dream World Order. But yeah, that was definitely a hoot to see him channeling his inner Hollywood Hulk Hogan, even with doing this and shit.
I think he also belted out the air guitar just like a Hogan used to do.
Yeah, the only difference is he doesn't have a belt with spray paint on it.
Yeah, and he's not Kyle O'Reilly.
Facts.
Kyle O'Reilly kills it with the air guitar.
Yeah, especially
regardless of what mainstream says.
Yeah, that air guitar is fucking awesome.
Anyway, but yeah, apparently through this match, Velveteen Dream channeled more wrestlers than just Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah, he did.
He had the Macho Man inspired elbow.
Yeah. Of course, the Hogan leg drop.
The Hogan leg drop, definitely. I think he did the Bret Hart sharpshooter around the pole.
Yeah, he did that.
Like he belted out a lot of past moves.
I mean, just speaking on Velveteen for a minute, like, I saw a quote where Triple H, he does his post-interview after every TakeOver show.
Yeah. He
said it's going to be scared to see how good he's going to be down the line.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for him to just be 23, imagine what he's going to do when he's 33.
I imagine he'll be another Seth Rollins.
Oh, my God. That's why a lot of people, me included, are clamoring for him to get to the main roster. But I'm very skeptical of how they'll book him.
Send him to SmackDown.
Hell yeah. Second it. But anyway, getting back to this match was just fucking fantastic. Despite Tommaso Ciampa wrestling with one shoe and throwing paper at Mauro Ranallo, I don't know what he said, but he just...
Okay, clarity on that. Apparently, it was while Tommaso Ciampa was exposing the cement.
The padding on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marlo called him a sadistic... he almost called him son of a bitch, but he stopped he stopped before he could say bitch. So Ciampa looked at him, picked up papers, threw it at him, and said, "Watch your mouth."
Yeah, he told him to put some respect on the champ. And he just went on a little tirade. Velveteen went back at him. Getting to the end of the match, he tried to hit a
Purple
Rainmaker elbow on the Ciampa, but missed and hit right on the floor, like splat on the floor.
By God, that's not the hardest part of the ring.
Oh my God.
By God.
By God, somebody stop the damn match. He's broken in half.
By God, hashtag stop the damn match.
But anyway, Tommaso Ciampa ended up retaining. He is still your NXT champion, and he looked in the camera afterwards and said, "I am the greatest sports entertainer of all time, and Goldie, as he calls the championship, is not going anywhere."
And he said the dream is over.
This match lasted 22 minutes, 25 seconds, another 5 out of 5.
Tommaso Ciampa's another one that'd be scary down the line.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I even watched some of his stuff, like, in his early days in Ring of Honor, and he's better than what he was in Ring of Honor.
Again, I wish I could watch that AAW match where he took on Pentagon.
Oh, my God. Fucking awesome.
But I gotta say, him going heel was great because he's kind of bland as babyface.
You know what? Honestly, I felt like Johnny was the more popular of the two.
Yeah.
And, Tommaso, he was okay as a face, but
all he had going for him was intensity. That was it.
Yeah, but when he came back and he was all ripped and shit, like, he definitely came back, and him going heel was definitely the right move.
Yeah, he went heel. Now he's going crazy.
Yeah. That's why he's a psycho.
Anyway, speaking of crazy, our last match was a WarGames match.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it was between all 4 members of the Undisputed Era and the ragtag tag team of the War Raiders, Peter Dunne and Ricochet.
Yeah, a.k.a. Trevor Mann from Kansas.
The manly Trevor Mann.
From Kentucky. Anyway, I still can't get over the fact that he's from Kentucky. You would think he's from like Detroit or something.
I can't get over that his last name is Man.
But anyway, I don't know how y'all would debate last year's match with this year's match. This year's match, to me personally, really tops last year's, because last year's was just the tip of the iceberg. This year's was like the fucking entree. It's like you go to a restaurant and you just order. It's like you look on the menu like, oh, this looks good. Let me try this. They give you the food and you're like, oh shit, I want more of that.
Well, what helps is 4 of the guys in this match knew exactly what they were doing.
Right.
And then, same could be said for the writing staff. Now that they, know what these guys are capable of, it's easy to script out a WarGames match.
Yes. The first 2 for each team to start out were Adam Cole, Bebe, and
Ricochet.
And Ricochet.
The one and only.
Now, Undisputed Era did get the advantage thanks to Kyle O'Reilly by defeating Hanson on NXT the week prior.
Speaking of the devil, Kyle O'Reilly came in as number 2.
Yes.
Hanson was second for the Ragtag team. Third was Roderick Strong for the Era, followed by Ray Rowe, which Ray Rowe and Hanson kept shoving Pete Dunne to the side every time he tried to escape.
Now, I will say they should have gotten that together beforehand, because it was some confusion on Undisputed Era's part. Like, after Adam Cole went in, then they had the second person come in. Because with the Ragtag teams, you really couldn't tell, like, okay, he's coming in, but no, I want to come in. Or he's coming in, no, let me come in. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Undisputed Era were just going on a whim. They're just like, whatever, whoever goes next.
Yeah. I will say when it got down to the last one of each team, it was Bobby Fish and Peter Dunne. Pete Dunne, as Kyle O'Reilly calls him.
No, Kyle O'Reilly called him Peter Dunne.
Well, yeah, Peter Dunne. I have to say it was a smart move on Bobby Fish's part. He came out of the cage. He grabbed the key.
No, he grabbed the lock to his cell, locked it around Pete Dunne's cage, took the key, and flung it into the crowd. And, and took the referees half a day to figure out, oh shit, the key the original key for Pete Dunne's lock doesn't work. Let's go get some bolt cutters.
Why couldn't they just do that in the first place? It took you a whole week just to let this man out of the cage, because all 4 members of each team could not get in, and then that's when WarGames started, until all 4 members of each team got in.
Okay, I can understand not messing with one lock, because there was a 3-minute stretch in between each cage opening.
Yeah.
But why not take the 3 minutes, track down some
bolt cutters,
and bolt cut the Bobby Fish's lock, and then once the 3 minutes are up, let go of Pete Dunne.
Yeah. I mean, it was that simple. And then before that, he rammed Pete Dunne's arm into the cage.
And another smart move on Bobby Fish's part, he brought in the undisputed chairs.
Now, I even posted on social media, that was smart also.
It was.
Fuck making a name for yourself. Make a brand for yourself.
No, fuck making a name for yourself. Make a seat for yourself.
Yes, because
they were chairs with the Undisputed logo on there.
That was fucking funny, and it was smart.
I want to buy those chairs now.
I would actually buy that. Just be like, look, my chair is undisputed.
I want to buy that chair so I can smack Rod across the head and say, you're not undisputed. I'm undisputed. I'm the man.
But anyway, this match was just fucking amazing. Especially some of the spots in this match, like Rowe and, I want to say, Bobby Fish going through that table in the middle.
Oh, yeah. When Pete Dunne got involved in the match, he brought all the toys to play.
Yeah.
He brought kendo sticks, trash cans, tables.
Anything else you can think of? Kendo sticks.
I already said kendo sticks.
Okay.
He even brought a chain.
Yeah, a chain.
Yeah, a chain.
And then that incredible standoff they had.
Oh, yeah.
That was like some video game type shit. That standoff.
That was some movie level shit.
That was. I mean, just the camera angle that they had when they did that standoff was beautiful.
They had all 8 men perfectly aligned in the shot.
Yeah.
And they stepped across that threshold and went to war.
Yes.
And who could forget about the Tower of Doom spot?
No, okay, I did say that's overrated and outplayed, but I actually like that one.
Yeah, because Adam Cole, I believe Adam Cole was, he wasn't escaping the cage, but he got up to the top of the cage first.
Yeah, it was him and Ricochet.
And then Kyle O'Reilly got involved.
Yeah, they almost had Ricochet. Ricochet almost escaped the cage because one of the rules were if you escape the cage, you forfeit.
Yeah. Then, was either Hanson or Dunn that came in next?
I think it was Hanson.
Okay, yeah. Hanson came in next to save Ricochet. Then Pete Dunne came in, and they were trying to get the Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Then comes Ray Rowe with Bobby Fish on his back, just no-selling the sleeper hold. And then Ray Rowe powerbombs everybody but Ricochet, and Ricochet 360s off.
That was
WarGames.
fucking beautiful. Like,
Done.
I'm done.
Dune.
I'm done. That fucking 360 off the fucking cage. Oh my god, that was fucking amazing. And then the double pin on top of that.
Yeah, Pete Dunne, after eating 3 last shots, finally hit Adam Cole Bebe with the bitter end, and Ricochet coming off with, I believe he just came off with a shooting star press.
Yeah.
They pinned Adam Cole. 1, 2, 3, Undisputed Era is done.
And both guys stood on top. Both guys stood up, stared at each other. They did this. They did this little number right here.
And then they turned to the crowd.
Yeah. And they stood on top of the cage. And that's how we ended TakeOver. A fucking amazing match. Another show that was fan-fucking-tastic. This match lasted 47 minutes, 10 seconds. And it gets another 5 out of 5.
Now, one thing we forgot to mention at the start of this match, everybody came out with some variation of camouflage on their tights.
Yes.
Undisputed Era, of course, they had camouflage, wrapped around their black and gold.
Mm-hmm.
Ricochet had some camouflage tights. Pete Dunne had some camo on his sides. Don't think War Raiders had anything.
No, I know they. Of course, they had the paint.
Yeah, they had the paint, and of course they had those custom helmets and shoulder pads.
Yeah,
looked amazing.
Yeah,
and of course Pete Dunne, Ricochet were rocking face paint, but they didn't look too confident about it.
Well, I saw a video where War Raiders were like breaking kayfabe, kind of getting emotional, doing hugs and shit.
Yeah,
and they hugged Pete Dunne, and Pete Dunne looked at him like, "What the fuck?
Get off me, mate."
Yeah, he looked at him like,
"Can't make a name for yourself hugging people." Just look at Bailey.
Yeah. Anyway, I could not give one person or one match, superstar match of the night. The whole fucking card got it. Superstar and match of the night. This whole fucking card was just bananas.
Now, this is going to kill you, but after watching the match, who is your MVP and co-MVP?
MVP would definitely be Ricochet. I've had time to think about it, so it's kind of changed. Ricochet would be MVP.
Yeah.
I'll say co-MVP would be Hanson.
My MVP would be Ricochet. Because he did some cross-mapping stuff, and it was great.
Yeah.
But my co-MVP is Bobby Fish. That move he pulled when he busted out of the cage, locking Peter Dunne in his cage, and then bringing out the undisputed seats, that gets co-MVP.
Yeah, that was smart.
It's genius.
So, like we said, this TakeOver show, if you haven't watched it from last weekend, if you have the network, please watch this shit. You will be fucking amazed.
Yeah. And you gave the pay-per-view 5 out of 5?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely one of the best shows of the year.
Yeah. The next TakeOver show won't be until January when they go to Phoenix for the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble weekend. Royal Rumble's on the 26th of January. Or, I don't know. It's at the tail end of January.
It's going to be WWE's TakeOver of Phoenix. So
yeah.
Get ready for that.
Yeah.
But what you can expect from us is we'll have our Survivor Series review recorded here in a couple of minutes.
Yep.
We still got our network episode of 3 Count.
Yep.
We are going to be doing vintage review of Progress Wrestling's Hello Wembley.
Oh.
Oh.
Man.
We thought WarGames was good.
Trust me when we tell you about Hello Wembley. It will be...
smashing.
It will definitely be smashing, baby.
Anyway. Let's see, what else do we have coming down the pipeline?
A pre and review of TLC.
A pre and review of TLC. Pre and review of Takeover Phoenix and Survivor Series.
You mean Royal Rumble?
Damn it!
It's alright, I've done that too.
I knew it was one of the big four.
A preview and review of Royal Rumble and NXT Takeover Phoenix next year at the tail end of January. So we got some more stuff. Plus our year-end awards.
I was just about to get that, thank you.
Yeah.
Anything you want to record? I know you got your episode of the 10 or whatever.
Yeah, 10. As far as ranting goes, no rants lately. But I do be watching and scoping to see what I can rant about. So be on the lookout for the 10 coming soon.
I'm surprised you didn't rant about Enzo Amore. How much of a fucking dumbass he is.
Oh, I'm not. You know what? Honestly, I'm not even gonna waste my breath on that because that shit was just. It was funny, but I'm like, bro, you knew you were gonna get escorted out, and the way that woman took him down was just like, oh, like, come here, get your ass out of the building.
At least she knows how to legit do her job. Cause
yeah.
She tried to legit stop Gronkowski when he was supposed to be a part of the match.
Yeah. Like, somebody in the control room did not give her the info.
Apparently not.
So, somebody on the headset really didn't tell her in her earpiece, like, hey, do not tackle this guy. He's a part of the match.
Either that or she didn't know who Gronkowski was.
I don't know. Apparently somebody didn't do their job and she didn't get the memo on her earpiece.
Yeah, anyway. But that's our review of NXT Takeover WarGames.
Yes. Be on the lookout for our review of Survivor Series coming up in just a quick minute.
Alright, anyway, I am the War Machine MJ. That's Run with Prime. We'll see you guys next time.
Bam.